Okay, YouTube. A short video. Alright, we're changing the floorboard pad as this guy. It's an 87 Flhtc. Now this part here I find at Revzilla for 10 bucks, but I found it at Craigslist for 10 bucks too. It's so cheaper to find it on Craigslist. This is a part that 66 to 90 that Harley will span, but I went into Wildfire Harley. Those people are kind of useless. They said this part is obsolete. So an obsolete part I found for 10 bucks. And Harley probably would have charged me about 30 for it. That's a story for another day. Anyway, this is to show you how to take floorboards off if you haven't got stock ones. The original ones are a little flimsy. This seems to have a metal insert in it. But my top peeled off, so I gotta pull the inserts out. So that's what I'm doing right now. You don't want to mess your chrome up. Stick a nice glove in there. Whatever. Don't scratch your chrome. Push your ends in. Peel up at the same time. Pops right the fuck out. Look at that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright. That one. Over here. That's off. Next thing, you take these tabs, put them here, squeeze them through, pull them down, and you pull these out. That's the next step, is actually pulling these out. So basically, you don't drop your phone. Sorry about this, let me reset. Okay, YouTube, we're back again. Had a little technical difficulties. Alright. Anyway, the bottom of this nub looks the same as the top of this nub. So basically, to pull this out, you want to squeeze it and pull. Comes right out just like that. And you can see the new nubs. Got a little bit of fatness to it. But these are a little beefier, so let's continue with removing. You can even squeeze them and I guess push through with your screwdriver. Need to. Takes a little force though. And always use the proper tools. I didn't even feel like going to get my toolbox. There you have it. One removed floorboard nubby things, whatever used to be connected to the floorboard. Alright, tubers, we're back. Let me go get a couple things here, take care of business. What I'm doing here is going to clean this little floorboard up for you. Aluminum paper or foil paper, whatever, 99-cent store stuff. That's Pete to come out. Obviously, there like that. Just basically going to clean it up. This remedy removes rust and crap, so just going to give it a quick rub down. I mean, a lot of people use soda pop and all of that shit, but you know, this is just like, I could use Windex or water even, I guess. Just wipe it down, but really to it, clean it up a little bit. That's really all I'm looking to do. Some of this crap out from under here. Under there. That shit, really, and all. Bye, neighbor. Okay. Alright. Like I said, it don't gotta be spectacular. You can see it's kind of cleaning it up. It's aluminum is soft enough to where it'll not harm chrome, but if it's pitted enough, does it make a difference? Alright, that's as good as we want it. Doesn't have to be spectacular because it's going to be on the bottom side anyway. Anyhow, next thing, you're going to be yanking these nubs through these holes. You always want it wet when you put it in the hole, right? So a little Windex, soapy water, maybe even just water if that's all you got. Just give it a spray down here, make it nice and wet. Line your holes up correct like. Come here with your tool. Alright. These is little starter nubs you can yank on. But you really gotta pull hard on these guys. So if you have to, get some vice grips out. With that Windex, see, that make it a little easier. Okay. Switch down here. And then also you could squeeze these in, make your job a little easier to pull through. Good ones there. But you want to make sure that with these floorboards, because they're different, wow, a little bit of a snatch. See, they're coming through. It just takes a little work. And you'll know when you're through. Oh, it also helps that if you're ASC certified and you have all of the funky tools and the groovy shit and the air stuff, and just unfortunately I live in an apartment building and I'm limited for certain mechanical abilities, or I should say tool abilities. Alright, let's give it a little massage there. Get that going through. I think we're down. One down, 4 to go. But that's the one. One up here. Once I get them all in, it'll look a little different. Okay, that's one nub. And I'll come back when I get them all situated and we'll install the board. Okay, YouTubers, after a short break, a couple swear words. It was easy, but it wasn't. You got to be careful. You don't want to chew your fucking nubs up. So, I mean, I just used my plier tool and kind of wiggled it back and forth and squeezed it gingerly and sprayed it as needed. But yeah, that's the end result. As you can see, when you take these nubs, put them in these holes. Basically, you're repeating the process, but you're not pulling them all the way through. You're only pulling them in here because it's like a vibration thing. Okay, so now we got kind of guided up there. Come to this side. Alright, there's that. So now, come to the bottom side. Okay, let's see. This is going to be a little funky. Hope this works. I mean, if you want to, you can spray the bottoms again too to kind of help them through. Your call. Doesn't hurt, I suppose. Then there's these little tabs on here. At least on these ones, there's these tabs. Pull through. Really, all you got to do is just get your first little ridge to pull in. So it's not as bad as trying to feed it through the foot plate there, an initial vibration plate or whatever you want to call it. Get over here to kind of keep her even, maybe. So you can kind of see it popping through. Alright. And believe me, this is easier than phone. that up. There we go. Doing it this way, pulling it through this board was a little easier than putting the pad in itself. I kind of, it's not easy being a driveway mechanic with limited toolage, but just to show you, you don't have to be ASC certified, and if a man can take it apart, a man can put it back together. Most of the times. Anyway, I can feel all the way around. Feel like we're seated. Yes, we're seated. All right, and that's that. Okay, one replaced floorboard. Yeah, a D-pad, 1997 Flhtc classic Harley Davidson. Hope it helped you guys. Subscribe, comment, like, hate, whatever, but be nice to everybody. Peace and good eating, friends.